bomber and fighter commands in particular, it's rather easy to forget the work done by RAF Coastal Command during World War II. It located the ship off the French port of Brest. Despite gunfire being meted out by the Bismarck, that and another Catalina from number 240 Squadron shadowed the battleship until naval vessels came back into the vicinity, including HMS Ark Royal, whose ferry Swordfish delivered the fatal blow to the German flagship. RAF Catalinas covered the Allied landings in North Africa, operating out of Gibraltar. They flew Atlantic convoy protection missions from a base close to Murmansk. And it was a Catalina from number 210 Squadron that conducted the final U-boat sinking of the Battle of the Atlantic northeast of Sullom in the Shetlands the day before VE Day. And it's a tribute to the heroism of all of them, as the wingtip floats are lowered there, that two Catalina pilots who were assigned to RAF Coastal Command would be awarded the Victoria Cross 80 years ago this year. One of them was a Canadian, Flight Lieutenant David Hornell of number 162 Squadron. The other was Flying Officer John Cruikshank, a member of the RAF Volunteer Reserve of number 210 Squadron RAF. Both of them for continuing to prosecute attacks against U-boats in the face of the heaviest fire. And the story of John Cruikshank in particular is quite incredible. He was hit in 72 places on his body. His navigator lost his life in the engagement. But still the Catalina was able to return from the middle of the North Atlantic to Sullom in the Shetlands. A flight that took around 5 hours. It had to be carried out by the second pilot on the aircraft, despite the fact that he too had been injured. John Cruikshank is still alive. He's the oldest surviving recipient of the Victoria Cross. He's now aged 103, and he's just been presented with what's known as the Air Efficiency Award, a decoration that was given to many members of the RAF Volunteer Reserve, Royal Auxiliary Air Force, who served on the front line. He was awarded it 75 years late due to an administrative oversight. Finally, this year, it's been put right. This aircraft, painted as a US Army Air Forces OA-10A Catalina, used for air-sea rescue work in the European theatre towards the very end of World War II in Europe, when it was stationed at the 5th Emergency Rescue Squadron at Halesworth in Suffolk. This aeroplane operated by Plain Sailing, captained today by Irishman Angelo Cunningham, and the co-pilot this weekend is none other than Paul Warren Wilson, the man who pioneered the initial acquisition of Plain Sailing's first Catalina 39 years ago now, and still very much involved with this second one that they've